I think I did it. I hope I did it. I'm pretty sure we might be back on the air at this point. I may have done it.
Oh, there it is.
I did it. I did the thing. I made it happen. I hope I did at least. I'm checking it for myself right now. Just to make sure. Yes. Whew. Alright, sorry about that. I think we lost Krabs for a second there, but we're back now. I know it's not the right thing with the 25th anniversary overlay, but I just had to go for it.
This is Comcast's fault. This is all Comcast's fault, by the way.
Oh my god. Yeah, I have no problem talking mad shit about Comcast. Audio feedback from what sounds like a fan or something. How about now, Donovan? Is that better now, Princess? Is that better? Yeah. All right. I hope the fan noise is beautiful, stunning. Okay, beautiful. I did that all for you, Donovan. I wanted you to be happy. That's what I wanted. So here we are. We got more to talk about. So why don't we talk? Let's finish up the story we were talking about before. The Maru Fukuro Hotel is gonna be where the old Nintendo building was, and it's a great place to stay if you're in Kyoto, Japan, right, TJ?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there you go. Hopefully it means a little more money for the owners. Sorry. Oh, man. Sorry. I set this up really quick, so I'm sorry I clicked on that. And you got the double vision there for a minute, folks. Yeah. I just put this together, seat of my pants. There we go. Yeah. You're going to take a trip, TJ? Take a little trip to the Marufukuro Hotel.
That has become a dream of mine, right? Like, I would love to go to Japan. I would love to go to the Super Nintendo World theme park. I would love to see just like all the sights over there, and I would love to go to this hotel. So many things put on hold by the Death Stranding.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully it sounds like it'll be ready to go April 1st, 2022, unless it's an April Fool's joke, an elaborate April Fool's joke. Which I don't think it is.
That would be an expensive one at that.
Yeah, it would. But, I'm not paying for it. What do I care? But, TJ, I think, you had the honor, the privilege, the pleasure, the thrill of reviewing a game that I've been very excited about since it was supposed to come out several years ago. And I even drafted it last year in my fantasy critic league. Windjammers 2. I love the title of your review here, TJ. Dude, is it just more Windjammers goodness?
It is. At the core, everything that you should like. If you liked the first Windjammers, it is at its core everything that was there kept intact. It's Blake. Donovan says that your audio just doubled and it's coming through twice.
Audio doubled? Weird. Me personally? Oh, okay. Let's see what's going on here. All right. There we go. I fixed it. There.
Alrighty. Well, yeah. So Windjammers 2. This, everything about Windjammers 1 is back. The original characters are back. The original courts are back. Even a lot of the music is back, but like remastered and reworked. And then it's joined by 4 new competitors, a lot of new courts, some really excellent new music, and then also like a bunch of new offensive and defensive options. This game is hard. This is arcade hard to play, but like it is so satisfying to learn.
Yeah. But at least it's unlimited continues at least, right?
In arcade mode, no. Yeah, they give you, depending on which difficulty level you try. In hard mode, you get no continues, and medium you get one continue, and in easy mode you get two continues.
What the goddamn hell? No.
Which is one of
No.
the things I brought up in my cons, because that is, they are mean. The computer is mean in this game. Like, you go in there and you think, well, I'm just going to put it on easy mode and I'm just going to learn the ropes. It will kick you and knock you down and spit on you and say, yeah, right, come back when you're older.
That's insane, man. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a big fan of the original Windjammers, and I've played this a couple times at different events, and like, I'm really excited for this. Do you think it has esports potential? That's my big question.
I do. It has everything that one should like about a good fighting game, because like it's got a lot of different characters that do a lot of different things. I would say some characters do things. Some characters are easier to pick up than others. Some characters are rewarding and have some advantages that once you get the hang of them, they really play strong. And even the courts themselves, like they present very different challenges. You have some courts that are like more narrow or more wide than others, and then you have some courts that have like partition obstacles sitting in the middle of the court that can actually affect the ricochet and bounce of your shot. So
can you thread the needle on some of those?
You absolutely can. You can also use those. You can also bank you can also bank the disc off of those partitions to like set up some weird angles that you wouldn't normally be able to.
Nice.
Are
there still sound effects? Or Squires, you're talking about the game? Or are there sound effects in the thing? Okay, thank God. Okay, alright, cool. I was like, no more. These arenas look dope though. The colors. I love Dotemu makes things so vibrant for their games. I love it. But this
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this takes I've been playing Windjammers on those Neo Geo arcade machines for like more than half my life, TJ. So nice. I was pretty stoked that Windjammers 2 was coming out. It's such a like ridiculous concept, but also just so great. It's just basically like a much more hardcore version of Pong in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm gonna just play the trailer again, but yeah. Cool. I mean, there's no like you beat the arcade mode, right?
I did. I also it's worth noting that the arcade mode is hella hard, but this game has a local versus. You can do a versus computer where you can actually set the rules for the match and set the opponent's difficulty. It has an online versus in both like that same vein of like being able to change the rules as you wish, but it also has online ranked. And that was a big part of this game, is that they delayed it in order to build a rollback netcode system for it. And I was telling Asif about this. When I played online matches with some folks, it was like they must have been across seas, because they were getting like I was having ping. We were having ping of like 150 to 200 ping, and it never affected the match. The matches continued to play smooth and like crisp and very, very responsive. And like it made me think of like when we're playing Halo with Sam on Thursdays. He's all the way over across the sea, but you would never know it from like playing with him in Halo, because like it just feels that smooth. Yeah. This game does that, and I was very happy to see that.
It's the future of gaming, man. We're finally getting to that point where, international gaming is just par for the course. And then everything's got to go crossplay. I mean, that's the other noteworthy thing about the Halo thing in particular, is like we're playing on PCs and Xboxes together, like all around the world. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's freaking beautiful. Yeah. All right. Well,
two things of note. They have crossplay between PC and Xbox right now, but not between like PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch. I hope that they eventually come up with something for that, because this would be great if you could get crossplay across all systems. I would also like them to add a training mode, because as close as this is, like, this game has a lot of parallels to fighting games where, like, you have characters that have different abilities and different things to learn. I would like a setting where I could lab a character and experiment with different things. Other than that, like, it is a very, very good arcade head-to-head game, and it very well earned the 8 out of 10 for style, gameplay, online play, all that jazz.
Dude, Romsteady says Shadowrun died so Halo Infinite could walk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but TJ, you're not the only person that reviewed a game this week.
It's true.
Yeah. Nobody reviewed a game. No, not nobody. Somebody reviewed Nobody Saves the World. And that somebody is the one and only Donovan Erskine. How you doing today?
What's up? It's true. I did review a game called Nobody Saves the World, which was developed by Drinkbox Studios. They did Guacamelee, a bunch of other stuff, but that's probably their biggest game. And spoiler alert, I thought this game was amazing. It's very good. It's an action RPG. You essentially play as a character named Nobody, who kind of wakes up. Like, it's a lot of standard RPG tropes where you wake up with amnesia. There's like a great calamity threatening the world. There's a great powerful wizard named Nostra Magus that's like gone missing, and you've got to you're helping to look for him before the calamity destroys the earth. But I think something this game does it's really cool is it kind of plays off of a lot of those RPG tropes. Like, they're all there, but I think the game has a lot of fun commentary on there. Drinkbox Studios injects a lot of his humor into it, which I thought was pretty great. I think the combat in this game is really fun. I don't know what it is. I just love like shape-shifting and like multiple power abilities, like in games, movies, all that stuff. Like, even like thinking like my favorite like superheroes and stuff. But that's besides the point. What you can do in the game is you pretty much have this magic wand where you can shapeshift into different characters. So there's like a rat, which does like poison damage. You can be a knight with a sword and shield, and you do slashing damage. There's a horse, a slug, a giant robot. There's a bunch that you can kind of just on a whim change between, and each of them has their own set of abilities, like rocket barrages and arrows and stuff like that. But then as you unlock more, you can actually mix and match them and assign them to other characters and kind of create like different builds. So I had like a turtle that would like breathe fire and shoot arrows and had like defensive abilities. And then I had like my dragon outfitted with a bunch of stuff from like my knight to increase his armor. And it's fun to just kind of like mix and match and experiment. And the game kind of also forces you to do that, because a lot of the challenges to progress the characters will be like, well, kill enemies with this other character's ability on, and it kind of pushes you in that direction, which I also thought was very well done. The game has a co-op mode. I didn't get to play very much of it just because it was playing pre-release. Nobody else had it that I knew of, where you can also have people playing with you, and you all use different characters and whatnot. When I streamed it last week, I was doing New Game Plus, and it kind of remixes the whole game, like the different dungeons that you go through, which, by the way, I mentioned in my review, the dungeon design in this game is really, really good. I like that every single one of them, because there's a bunch you go through, but like every single one of them kind of has its own unique personality. It's not just like Cave A, Cave B, or Castle 1, Castle 2. There's one that's like an alien UFO that crashed. On the inside, you see like wiring, and there's like alien like imagery and like cardboard standees and stuff. And there's one that's like supposed to be the inside of a whale's mouth, and you see like saliva dripping down the walls and stuff like that. And then they also have like different like gameplay gimmicks to them. Like, there's one where all damage from you and your enemies is like multiplied by like 9,000. So everything was like a one-hit kill. There's some where like you can only use one character. So once you go in, like, you can't shapeshift and you can't edit your loadout until you beat the level. I think that those kept it very fresh, because again, in RPGs, we all know that like dungeon crawling and stuff like that can get very old very fast if it feels like the same thing every single time. I really didn't have much that bugged me in this game. I think the one thing I mentioned in my review is the way that saving works. They have like these big purple gem-like autosave stones, and it literally has like the floppy disk logo on it. But whenever you walk by one of them, it kind of glows and your game saves. But that's like the only way to save a game. Like if you want to stop playing and you haven't been to one of those, you have to like find one and run up to it, and that's it. There is no like manual saving and loading, which I thought was kind of silly. But that was, I think, literally the only complaint I had about this game. I gave it a 9 out of 10. Nobody Saves the World is a quite good video game.
Yeah, it looks. I really like the art design in it too. Like the thick, like sharp outlines, and like the color palette. You know, is really good. It's almost like the palette's like really similar to Hades in a lot of ways, and the designs are more cartoonish, definitely. Yeah. But like as far as like the ambience of it, you know, it's very similar. And the thing that interests me the most is like, it seems like you can kind of choose which forms you like the most, and then augment them with stuff from the other forms, which is super convenient because most things like force your hand, and they're like, you have to like keep constantly swapping between stuff instead of just giving people the option to use what they want.
Yep. There's it does exactly that. Like I didn't enjoy. I think there's like 15 or 16 somewhere around there different characters to use, and there were some that I like enjoy using more than others, and some I wasn't a big fan of. Like one is like the zombie, right? Like her ability, like over time, she just naturally loses health very slowly. Like at all times, her health is decreasing. But her ability is that every time she deals damage, she regains like 5% of her HP back. So that's kind of like your gimmick there. But what I did was I took her ability that saps health and I just applied it to like the archer. So then from a distance, I was just like always able to like regen my experience, and the archer wasn't constantly losing XP because she's not a zombie, and stuff like that was really cool. Or like the magician, like he summons familiars, like he has a magic hat and it'll be like a rabbit he keeps pulling out and it'll just fight alongside his familiar. Then like every 1 out of like 10 will be a tiger, which is stronger. But then the necromancer, I think he had an ability where it's like when you deal damage, your familiars get healed. So like kind of marrying those two characters kind of made like the ultimate like familiar summoning character. And I was just running around with like 20 like allies on screen. It was to the point where like I didn't even have to like fight. I just got into an engagement. They just like descended on to an enemy, which was really fun.
So would they gain health back when they did damage as well, or?
I don't think. No, I think I had to do the damage. I don't think they would earn it back. But it was cool because there were different like ways to augment even that. Because then I could do ones where like if their health reached 10%, they just exploded, and it was that was another good one because when shit hit the fan, they were still pretty helpful.
Sweet.
But
yeah, this is definitely on my list of games to check out, and our first 9 out of 10 for 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very good. It's one I know Ozzy had mentioned that like his New Year's resolution was to like not forget about the games that came out like earlier on in the year when the Game of the Year convo starts up in November/December. This is one that like come that time it's gonna be like, hey, don't forget like this was a 2022 video game, because it's definitely gonna be in those conversations, I'd say.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. This is Drinkbox makes some good stuff. And this looks like a culmination of everything that they've learned making. What was that game with the blob? Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like one of their first games. I feel bad because at one point I was working with a company that published a version of it. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know.
Guacamelee is like where they really came to fruition in a lot of ways. This looks like taking a lot of the sort of RPG-ish elements that they've had in the past and putting them on a whole new spin on them. Here's what I'm curious about, Donovan. Do you think it would make a good speedrunning game?
Yes, 100%. I was thinking of it. I didn't mention my review because I didn't think it really mattered at any point in it. But when I was playing it, I was definitely like, this is going to be like a great like GDQ game if it gets picked up. I mean, I'm not familiar with speedrunning. I don't know. I guess the community will decide if it's a good speedrunning game or not.
Yeah.
But just playing through it, you could because it's like 20 hours to beat. Playing through it like as a regular person's pace, but you could definitely mainline it. I think I would be very curious to see how fast people beat this game once they start putting their minds to it.
Cool. Well, thanks for letting us know that, Donovan, and for stopping by. But I think it's time for you to go.
I think so too.
Take care, buddy. We'll catch you soon, Donovan. In 3, 2,
Adios.
1, whoosh. And there goes Donovan. Well, man, maybe we will see Nobody Saves the World at the next Awesome Games Done Quick event. But in the meantime, TJ, the good folks at AGDQ have been up to some good. I was going to say no good, but they've definitely been up to some good, man. Dude, they just raised $3.41 million for charity this last week during Awesome Games Done Quick 2022.
They're so good at this.
Yeah.
They're so good at this. This is another record set for them.
Yeah. Yeah, man, this is huge. And they just keep getting bigger and bigger, and it's all for a good cause, right? Mm-hmm. Like, this is going to where do they donate the money, TJ?
It goes to Doctors Without Borders.
Nice.
I do believe that was this one too. They do a few different charities. Oh, this one was the Prevent Cancer Foundation.
Nice.
They do a few different ones. Doctors Without Borders is one of them that they've done, but this one was for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Goes to cancer research, aiding those who are going through it, all that jazz, and that's a chunk of change to donate to such a worthy cause.
Yeah, here's that blind Sekiro run that Squires was talking about, which is insane. Yeah. It's insane, man.
Most of us on staff have trouble beating that with our eyes open and our full concentration on. This dude put on a mask and did it by sound and feel alone.
That's pretty amazing. That is a true gaming ninja. Look, he even queued like when it would be Shadows Die Twice. Oh my god. 2 hours and 35 seconds? Is that right? That's insane, man. Yeah, but it wasn't the only game that that got some love. You know, that's what's cool. Let's see, what are some of the other games? Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, Grandmaster Tetris, Death's Door, Super Mario Galaxy, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Returnal. Oh my god, speedrunning Returnal, man, that's insane. Yeah, god damn these.
Chicory: A Colorful Tale got some love out there.
Yeah, they picked some fun games. I always love the competitive ones too. I didn't get a chance to watch any of this. I have been a very busy Blake, but I'm so glad that Awesome Games Done Quick exists and that they keep breaking their records too. That's See, for all the we spent a large time talking about a lot of the issues in the game industry and with game development and stuff like this, but this is the other side of that coin. I really feel like there's more good people in the gaming world than there are toxic people, but you know who gets the bottle? The crying baby. You know, and shitty people are definitely crying babies that want their bottles.
Stupid babies.
Stupid babies.
There is a way
to
manipulate.
I gotta turn that sound off. Sorry. Oh man, yeah, that's the kind of day it is here at the dump. But yeah, this is.
And the most impressive thing about it, as they continue to meet their goals and top their donation records, they've continued to do this remotely. Ozzy talked to him, and like they banked on the fact that they didn't bank on it, but they did kind of build themselves up with the expectation that the pandemic wasn't going away anytime soon, so they might as well figure out how to pivot properly. And they have done a good job of it, not only setting up their event, but also working with streamers, making sure that everybody has what they need, and making sure that this event moves properly, moves cohesively, and continues to be a good show.
Yeah, it's interesting because like everybody doing these speed runs has to have equipment that can work with old like consoles and stuff like that, unless these people are emulating off a PC, which I honestly don't know, but I think most of them are playing the original versions. So they have to have a capture setup to do that. I mean, I'd imagine since most of these people come from the online community, they kind of already have that stuff in place. But then you have to pull in streams from all over, like you have to pull in RTMP streams, which is basically like somebody broadcasting to you remotely and then you putting it up on your broadcasts. But they're pulling it in from different places constantly, and like just having to like probably set up all these different people and be like, okay, you're going to be on in 15 minutes, or get ready and make sure you're good to go, and then switching all that out and stuff. It's a dance. It's a dance, and it's a real labor of love, dude. Because like production days, like first like setup is always a lot of work, and then like doing the actual events, it's just like you're there, right? You don't go away. Like even when we just do our Game of the Year deliberations, I'm at my desk for like 9 hours a day. Like, getting up in the morning, making sure everything's prepped for the broadcast itself, and then managing the broadcast throughout the day and making sure nothing goes wrong. Right. And yeah, I even take a bunch of RTMPs from all you guys now too. Yeah. So I really respect the hustle for that Awesome Games Done Quick has, like, more than a lot of like other things, because a lot of other things don't involve so much of a dance behind the scenes. So yeah, absolutely. There you go. Congratulations to Awesome Games Done Quick. I hope that you break 4 million next year, and hopefully I will get a chance to sit down, relax, and enjoy the streams and donate myself. All right. Well, TJ, we're just about done, but before we wrap up the day, we like to do a little thing called Cortex Corner. My throat is very sore and dry, and my fan is off, so it's getting hot in here. So, if you wouldn't mind telling the fine folks at home just what exactly Cortex is, I would appreciate it.
Y'all, Cortex is the gamification engine of Shacknews in its entirety. It is your way of going into our system and sharing whatever content, creating whatever content you would like to within the confines of our rules and the law. But that said, you can go through and earn points in Shacknews for doing anything that you want to do with the website, whether it's checking out our articles, sharing comments in Chatty, reacting to other people's comments in Chatty, reading other Cortex posts, creating your own Cortex posts, and so much more. It has been extended by way of Shack Pets, which is our new free app in which you can download on iPhone or Android phones, and just go in there and upload pictures of your cute pets and put them up against pictures of other people's cute pets for cute pet supremacy and voting every day, every single day. Or you can just go in there with our new features and check out other people's cute pets without even having to vote. You can just go in there and have fun enjoying all the cute pets you want. That is a free app, and you can get points on Shacknews Cortex by using it. And hey, each week we like to take a look at our Cortex and see what kind of things people are putting up in there. And by that way, we pick out a story that we think really went all out on Shacknews Cortex.
Yeah, I knew when I clicked on Chris's article here for top 10 anime or anime moments that it would all be King of the Hill. I just knew it. But there's only 8 moments. He called it a top 10, but there's only 8. Oh no. Did I freeze too? Uh-oh.
Oh no. You're still here, I hear you.
Okay. It's my computer's chugging along. I need to close this, maybe. Maybe there's too many YouTube videos. Too much Twitter. Oh man. Alright, but here is this week's winner right here. By Vulcan S. God of War PC Complete Field of View and Culling Fix with the video guide on how to. The reason this one is, here's a great example of a wonderful way that you can help your fellow Shackers in the Shacknews community by posting up guides. Like, this person was just like, you know what? I figured out how to adjust the field of view in the PC version of God of War. Here's how you can do the same. And then took some gorgeous pictures.
Mm-hmm.
TJ.
Yes.
Like, comparative pictures. So here it is with the off, and then you pull it back. Wow, look at how much more you can see. Also, maybe don't follow this guide unless you want to break the game. Maybe. Uh-oh. Well, look. I don't know what to tell you.
They are gorgeous nonetheless.
Yeah.
Like God of War on PC has been like a stellar crossover title for the PlayStation exclusives. And this, I mean, we now have 4K Kratos nipples.
I think this is just more for not for playing the game, more for photography and stuff like that, possibly. I would hope so. But yeah, I mean, you could zoom in on those nipples now if you wanted to, TJ. Really get a good look at them. Watch them breathe, pulsate. Turn it into God of nipples. Yeah. Well, you know, I guess it really depends on what you want to do. We can go back to more Cortex stories and check out what else. You'd use photo mode for photography or freestyle. Greg complaining about something. Those are always good. Krabs, I want to know what the other... I can't believe I clicked on it again. Damn it. Krabs, what are the other... What are the 2 moments you didn't put on here? Because you're missing a couple. There's definitely enough good moments in King of the Hill. Yeah. You know what's interesting, though? They just announced they're doing, like, the reboots actually happening.
The rebooting King of the Hill?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I actually just finished a rewatch of King of the Hill, and I've been thinking about how they would do a new King of the Hill. Like, it's got to be Bobby all grown up, and I think it should be him raising his cousin, because both Brittany Murphy and Tom Petty have both passed. You know, they're not around anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that would be an interesting take on it. Like, maybe Bobby like failed to launch, and he's still at home, and Hank is dealing with him, and he's got a kid. And then, oh man, his dad died. He's got his brother as well, his little brother, Good Hank. Like, you could totally like turn all that into like a updated version of it.
So we're talking about. So to clarify, we're talking about like a King of the Hill Shippuden, King of the Hill Ninja Storm, or like a.
Maybe it would be called Bing of the Hill instead of King of the Hill. Yeah, I think that's basically what we're talking about. Or it could be like King of the Hill Super or King of the Hill GT. I don't know.
King of the Hill EX Moon Soldiers.
Yeah. King of the Hill 1.11.
King of the Hill 3.01. You are not alone.
King of the Hill standalone complex. Oh man! All right, so many King of the Hill potentials, man. Well, there you go. I mean, you want to talk about your favorite anime moments. You want to write guides to help out your fellow Shackers. Use Cortex, and of course, you're also going to get a crap ton of points if you're playing Shack Pets, and Shack Pets is super fun anyway. Let me just tell you, TJ, I've won Shack Pets this week. I've won the Carnage Report. It feels pretty damn good, man. It lets me know that my pets are cuter than yours because they're out there winning the matches. So Flap is adorable, but the beans, they're kind of the cutest animals in the world. So it's not your fault. Like that, both my cats happen to be the cutest cats to ever live, and they just happen to be on Shack Pets. And if you think your pet's cuter, put your fucking money where your mouth is, motherfucker. Download Shack Pets. Download Shack Pets. Upload your pet pics, and challenge the beans, and be prepared to be sad when you learn that my cats are cuter than your pets. That's all I gotta say about it, TJ. You think your pet's hot stuff? Put them on Shack Pets. Put them on. Put them on Shack Pets. Put them on. You think your kitty's cute? Well, I think my kitties are cuter. I'll put it on the computer. Upload it to my phone. Gonna download Shack Pets even when I'm alone. I'm gonna play it. I'm swiping on my pets, and they're winning matches while yours are at the vets. Oh.
Dang.
Yeah, that's right. Talking about Shack Pets. Download Shack Pets. Talking about Shack Pets. You gotta download Shack Pets. There we go. I'm working on the theme song for Shack Pets. I got nothing else, man. Thanks everyone for tuning in today. It's Happy Friday. I know we had some technical difficulties, so thanks for sticking around. Crabs, I hope you're safe out there in Crabs Land. And TJ Denzer, news editor at Shacknews.com. Thank you once again for being my co-host, as always. And hey, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to give us a follow or a sub if you feel so inclined. And please be sure to check out Shacknews.com. That's where all our stories come from. That's where you can play Cortex and make your own articles. That's where you can read the reviews that TJ and Donovan did. That's where you can just have a good time. Have a good time. That's all we want. And, of course, like us on Facebook at Shack News. Follow us on Twitter at Shack News. Shack News Media on Instagram. Gamer Hub videos and Shack News games over on the YouTubes. Check them out. And with that, TJ, I think it's time we flush ourselves out of here. What do you say?
Yep. Let's have a great weekend, y'all.
3, 2, 1. Flush!